All right. We're going to write down the equation of in vertex form of the equation of a parabola that has, of a quadratic that has gone through those transformations. Okay, so reflect across the x-axis. What would that do? A equals -1, and then a shift down. What will that affect? My k, which would be -1. And then I'm going to go to my vertex form. All right, so tell me the equation. Y equals what? Negative, x squared minus 1. There's no parentheses, right? Because there's no h. All right, vertical stretch by a factor of 3. And a shift right, 5 and 1 up. Okay, so a equals what? All right. 5 right. That will be h equals 5. And then 1 up. A equals 1. All right, so what's my equation? Y equals 3 parentheses minus 5 squared plus 1. Are we good? All right, shift up 5 units. K equals 5. So what's my equation? Y equals? No. X squared plus 5. If it doesn't have that x squared, it's not a quadratic. Correct? All right. Remember, you go to the parent function, which is y equals x squared. That's what you start out with. All right. Across the x-axis, reflection across the x-axis. So a equals -1. Shift down 8. K equals -8. All right, so what's my equation? There you go. All right, next two as a group, go. Thank you, Brianna. She just did all that. That's why that was... That's true. That is true. That is true. That is true. Look at this one shaking her head. And we were saying wonderful things about you guys. All right. We were saying awesome things about you guys. I don't talk bad about you guys. Mm-mm. Not with other teachers. I might come over here and say, oh, B3, guess what they did? Right? And then I say, B2, guess what they did? But I don't do it with teachers, no. Mm-mm. All right. Let's see. Reflection across the x-axis. What does that mean? It's a negative. And then it's a compression by a factor of 1/2. So it will be -1/2. All right. So y equals what? -1/2 x squared. Okay. Vertical stretch by a factor of 4. A equals 4. Shift left. H equals -3. And down. So k equals -2, right? So y equals 4. X plus 3. Oh my God, Miguel is rubbing off on me. -2. Are we good? Yes. All right, let's do this real quick. We're a little behind. All right, which correctly identifies the value of the parameters A, H, and K? This is so easy. A, H, and K. Let's see. A equals -2, h equals -3, and k equals 1. So it would definitely be C. That will be C. What? All right, let's go to the next one. What is the equation of this graph? Yeah, you have to start with your vertex. Very good. Have to start with your vertex. Stop playing around. If you want to go play around, go home. All right, start with your vertex. What will be my vertex? No, 3 and 0, which means that's my h and that's my k, right? So I cannot have anything plus something. That's not the case, right? Because it's plus 0. Are you with me? I don't think I'm making any sense. That's why I'm asking. You have k equals 0, right? So you should not have any plus something or minus something. So you can eliminate a. All right, that parabola opens down. So a equals -1, right? And then it should be -3 because it comes out opposite, right? So negative. No, it's not C. Why is it not C? Because that, when you put it in here, it becomes an opposite of what it was, right? So the correct answer is D. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I thought you said it was C. I'm sorry. My apologies. All right. Which function includes a translation of 3 units to the left? What would that change? My h. My h would be -3, but when it comes over here, is +3. So there's only one that has a +3, right? That would be A. That only has one that has x plus 3. That would be x plus 3 squared. Are you with me? Everybody? All right. I don't know, because you lied to me. You tell me 3s and 4s, and then when you do it on your own, it's like, pfft. They're telling me to be quiet. They're telling me to be quiet. All right. Which equation shows the translations 3 to the left? H equals -3 and a vertical compression by a factor of 2. A equals 2. But remember, that H, when it goes into the equation, is not -3, it's +3. So you can eliminate C and A. And what's my vertical compression of 2? B. B, right? I don't think it's D. D would be actually, this should be vertical stretch, right? It should be vertical stretch. Because it's bigger than 1. All right. Johnny hit a ball straight up into the air. The height of the ball in meters is given by that function. After the ball is hit, how many seconds will the ball hit the ground? What are you looking for? No, will it hit the ground? You hit the ground. So that will be your zeros. Make a picture if you can remember. Okay, so I'm going to go straight to on yours. That will be your zeros, which means those are your x-intercepts, so y equals 0. I will go to the table and see if it's there. And if it's there, then I don't need to do anything else. But if it's not, if it's not there, then I'll need to do quadratic or factor or do something, right? Uh-oh, where's my square? There you go. All right, so there's the first one. You don't count that one, right? That's before you hit the ball. And then it would be 6 seconds. Very good. Good job. Letter B. Kevin threw a ball straight up with an initial speed of 20 meters per second, and that's your function. Describe the ball's height in meters t seconds after Kevin threw it. What are the coordinates of the vertex? Oh, that's so easy. Vertex. In vertex form, it's the easiest way to find the vertex. What's my vertex? No. 2 and 20. So that will be letter B. And I don't think C has any options, so we can go ahead and move it along. See, there's no A, B, C, D for 7. All right. We just did that. I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, that was stupid. I copied on the front of these two. Ugh. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Shh. Right here. Let's go. I've already started. So we can finish this page. All right. What's A? -1. What's H? 2. And what's K? Okay, what's my vertex? 2 and 3. All right, if I want my y-intercept, where do you think I can go to find it? I would go to y equal to and figure out if I can find it there. Let's see, it's negative x minus 2 squared plus 3. Okay, on your y-intercept, x equals 0? Go to the table. There you go. 0 and negative 1. All right, opens up or opens down? Max or min? Shh. Max. What's the axis of symmetry? X equals 2. All right. Let's find the zeros. On the zeros, y equals 0, right? Because these are your x-intercepts. So I'm going to go to the table and see if I can... Nope. So that means they're decimals, which means what method should I be using if they're decimals? Which one? Quadratic formula. Thank you. Quadratic formula. If they're decimals, you can't use anything else but quadratic formula. You're not going to use completing the squares. All right. But first, I need to have it in what form? Do I know what A, B, and C is from here? No, so I need it in what form? Say that again? Standard form. Thank you very much. So to change it to standard form, what do I do? What do I do? We did this yesterday. Let's go. Start with a what? With a box for that. Then distribute the negative. Then add those two. Combine them. They're not really add them because you're actually subtracting them because they're different signs. Does everybody get this? Don't copy behind me. Actually try it. Come on. Thank you. All right, so what's A? -1. What's B? And what's C? All right. So this would be B squared. I'm sorry, minus B plus minus b squared minus 4 times a, which is negative 1, times c, which is negative 1, divided by 2 times negative 1. Calculator takes over after that. All right, double check. This is what I got. Double check my work, please. Yes? Yay? All right. All right, the top, which you cannot see because I wrote over it, but it just tells you standard form, factor form, and vertex form, which we've already studied all of them. So let's go ahead and do this. Give the coordinates of the vertex. That's your function. What are the coordinates of my vertex? 2 and negative 1. Very good. Convert the function to standard form. We just did it. In reality, some of you haven't figured out the pattern yet. Eyes on me. When you do a box for the same parentheses, all you got to do is square the first one. 2 times the first times the second. And then square the last one. So this is the first number and that's the second number. So it's this, the first squared, whatever it is, which is x times x, which is x squared. Then 2 times a times b. So what I do is I multiply 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4, and then I add the x. And then negative 2 times negative 2 would be 4, and you're done. If you learn this, it's actually in your reference sheet. It's so much easier to do it because every time you have the same parentheses twice, you don't need to do the box if you can remember this. This is the only reason why I do them so fast. But it's in your reference sheet, I believe, at the top. Can you see it? It's at the top. Yeah, on your reference sheet. Not your cheat sheets, but the reference sheet. And then this would be 3, right? Alright, so this is standard form. That was number 2. Alright. What's the y-intercept? 0 and 3. It's right there. Right, number 4. Convert the function to factor form. So now I have to take this and factor it. Minus plus needs to be minus, minus. And x minus what? And x minus what? And x minus 1. When you multiply it, it's positive 3. When you add it, is negative 4. So what are the zeros? That would be number 5. Get the x-intercepts. X equals 3 and x equals 1. We're not going to graph it. Nope, I'm not going to do anything else. All right, 11. Vertex. 3 and negative 2. Vertex. And 0. Very good. Vertex. 0 and 3. You don't have a parenthesis, so you don't have an H. 0, and negative 3. Very good. All right, are we good? All right, that right there. It's another packet. Huh? Yes. All right, vertex. We just got to do vertex on all of these. 0 through 1 through 12. Vert's my vertex over here. 1 and negative 7 for number 2. 1 and 0. Very good. For number 3. 1 and 7 for number 4. 1 and negative 3 for number 5. 3 and 2. Number 6. Thank you. For 7. 0, 0. Very good. Good job. That one has just a vertical stretch, right? That's it. That's all it has. Next one. Negative 3 and negative 1. Next one. 2 and 1. Tell me. 2 and 0. And then negative 2 and 0. All right, we don't have to do the bottom if... No. No test tomorrow. Well, we will, but no test tomorrow. Next Friday. Crap. No, I would just realize something. That's what I want. All right. The equation of the parabola shown is... How would you start? Finding the what? Not the x-intercept. Thank you, the vertex. Oh, I'm sorry. I said x-intercept. You said x-intercept, not the vertex. All right, what's my vertex? Negative 2 and 0, which means your h is negative 2 and your k is 0. So we should not have anything added or subtracted to this. That h, when it comes over here, it's plus 2. So I can eliminate b and c. And it definitely opens down, so it's a negative. So is it A or is it D? It's A. Most definitely A. The negative needs to be outside that parentheses, right? Because that's where the A is. The A is outside, not inside the parentheses. All right, vertex again. Negative 2 and 0, which means h equals negative 2. So when it comes over here, it would be plus 2. It opens up. So is it D or is it C? It's C. Very good. It has to have a parenthesis because it has an H. There you go. You got it, babies. All right, vertex. 2 and negative 1. Yay? That's H. That's K. That H comes inside as a negative 2, right? So A and D are out of the picture. And K is negative 1. So it will be letter C. All right, vertex. All right, so no plus or minus, right? Outside the parentheses. Now that H goes in as plus 3. Yes? So no A and no B. The A needs to be outside. It opens down. So the correct answer would be D. Negative 3 and negative 2. That's your H. That's your K. That H comes in as what? Plus 3. So no A and no B. It's C because you got to have a K of minus 2. Very good. All right, which equation defines the image of the parent function y equals x squared under translation 3 units to the right? What does that mean? 3 units to the right. H equals 3, but when you come over here, it's not going to be 3. It's going to be what? Minus 3, right? And K is 0, so that would be letter B. All right, negative 2 and negative 1. H and K. So plus 2, because that negative 2 comes in as plus 2. So no A and no D. It will be letter B. Very good. All right. All right, which equation defines y equals x squared under a reflection in the x-axis? So it should be negative, and a stretch factor of 2. So a equals negative 2x squared? Not a, but y. A equals negative 2. All right, vertex. Negative 1, negative 1. That's your H, that's your K. That negative 1 comes as plus 1. It's the opposite. So it's not A and it's not C. And it's D. It's D because you have K as a minus 1. All right, 10 and 11, go. As a group. Or on your own, however you want to do it. Are we good? Yes? Everybody? All right. 0 and negative 3. The H is 0, so you should not have a parentheses, right? So this should be x squared minus 3. Yay? All right, which equation defines the image of under translation of 3 units to the left? That means that h would be -3, but that comes inside the parentheses as x plus 3. It needs to have a parentheses because it has h, so the correct answer was C. All right, put that back in your notebook.